Morning. It is absolutely spectacular Sunday morning at Albury. Check it out. I am, as you can see, riding the bike that I fell off yesterday, so I might just stop. Going to go around the cross country this morning. God, it's so much easier to do this without that wind. That wind yesterday was crazy. Anyway, spectacular morning. I think 11:15, Hughie show jumps. So I'll go and whiz around these courses a couple of times. My concern is the ground's pretty hard. They have aggravated it, but it's quite inconsistent. So there's sort of chunks where it's loosened up a bit, where it's been aggravated, and then there's bits that the lines that I would take are not aggravated. So my concern is, particularly with Zarzy, that if she's going to do anything, she'll jar up a little bit. She's petite, she's little feet, although she's very light across the ground. And with 3 weeks to go till Adelaide, she's a great cross-country horse. She's a very fit horse. She worked well in the dressage yesterday, and she jumped really, really well. And if she gets sore feet or gets a bit stiff through her back, that's when she starts feeling a little bit uncomfortable. She doesn't need to go cross-country for the practice because that is generally her thing. So I'm thinking that I might not run her. And then she's got, I think, 3 or 4 more fitness runs at home, plus the Borneo Cup and the Aussie Show Jumping Champs, where she's going to get plenty of outings. So that's my thought. Anyway, and the other two, Vendi I wouldn't run fast. Same reason, like, you know, I think it's enough impact to be jumping them, let alone galloping them. So with Zarzy, like, if you go cross country, you're still going to potentially jar them up. So Vend, I think, needs a run, and Hughie definitely needs to run around the 2-star, but again, not flat out, not going for time, I think. So let's just go for qualifiers today. I'll just recheck the ground again, but that at the moment is my thought. So you can see here where the ground's been elevated, and what that is a machine that gets dragged along on the back of a tractor, and it's got big tines that stick into the ground, and those tines loosen the soil, and therefore the horse's footprints can break into the soil more easily. It makes it more cushion for their feet. It is quite a bit of work to get this done. Someone's got to drive the tractor, for hours. It's not a fast process. And it does make a huge difference, but it depends, if you're going to have wet weather or dry weather, as to the timing of when you do it. You can see here too, we're on a polo field, and this section of the course has been irrigated, so it's pretty green and it's spongy. So the takeoffs and landings are really good. And then these 2 fences here, this is Hughie's fence 2, and that's Vendi's fence 2. They're very inviting. So Zarzy's withdrawn from cross country. I told her, and she was a little bit grumpy. She walked away. Anyway, I said to her that if she didn't do cross country this time, she could do twice as much cross country at Adelaide, which she was very excited about. I think she's probably the only horse in the country that's excited about doing twice as much cross country. Anyway, so I'm just getting ready to show jump Huda, and then we've got Ven's cross country. So he'll go slow. Hughie will go slow. If I warm them up and I feel like the ground's really horrible, I might just pull them out. Anyway, I'm in the way. All the ways. So we're just getting ready. Huda, with all his red. And he's got special new show jumping boots, which I didn't actually mean for them to be red, but they are. Zarzy, are you okay about not running cross country today? She's like, I wanted to, but for the greater good of my wonderfulness, I do understand. So I'll ride her later. And the Vend. Hi, Vend. You having treatments with Grandma?
Yes.
Oh, the yawning. Oh. And the shaking. Oh, your Vend.
I'm so getting used to all of this.
I actually really like all the pampering. Oh, is Zarzy a bit cranky because he's getting the pampering and she's not?
Oh, look at Madam. Madam's looking, going, what?
Yeah. She's like, why aren't I getting the pampering? Oh, Vend, look at you. All right, better go get organised and course walk. So just been walking the show jumping, and it's quite interesting because yesterday in the 4-star the time was really tight, and Zarzy went under time, but Vendi had 0.8 time faults. So there's one turn that I can do a little bit tighter, but I do cut inside a fence, and it's a little bit of a risk, but I kind of think today's for practicing. So unless he's turning badly in the warm-up, I shall have a go. Thanks. Ready? Thank you. You look so smug when you're finished. Thanks, team. I may need to do is beat up a hole on the cheek pieces. Yes, I did put grease stick on. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. See you out there. didn't exactly go to plan. Had a run out, and he was really strong. So I decided that I wasn't ever going to go that fast anyway, and I realised that I had one of those gel chain guards that I put on because he's a bit overreactive to the bit on show jumping. No, we don't need a gel chain guard for cross country. We need the full Metex chain guard. We need the leather one. So A, he got really strong. B, got his head a bit low. Landed, jumped everything I pointed him at, except for, 21 AB, which is a box. 4 very long strides to a corner, and I should have done it on 5 and a curve, but he was so strong and pulling that I just figured maybe it would be easier to keep him straight and just not have to bend a line. No, it wasn't. Anyway, I knocked the flag out with my right foot, then circled around and jumped the corner without the flag on it, and he jumped that. So I'm actually really pleased that happened. I know that it wasn't the result that I wanted. However, that question, whether to bow it on a short 5 or be bowled on a straight 4, is a really, really good one to know whether you can do that on your horse, because there'll be plenty of questions like that at Adelaide and Wallaby Hill, and he's a very big bowled horse. So A, I'm going to fix that control thing, and B, definitely the curving lines. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased that happened. That was a very good learning curve. And here he is. This person, I was very tired at the end. He had a heart rate of 64 and looks like he hasn't done anything. And I was puffing a lot of puffing. So we even said, what do we suggest at the end with Jade and James? Thought that maybe if we put 2 saddles on him and Jade and I both rode him, that we would not be so tired. Heart rate 64. Heart rate 164. Yeah. No, I had a run out. But that's a good learning curve for Adelaide. Right. I might just chuck my shade in the what? What do you want that? Put the water at the finish. I didn't think I needed to put one I'm not talking to you. Thanks, crew.
For the moment and all your pain to be broken. See, when I look in that smile, all your beauty is spoken. I love the vibes that you carry. I see the spark of your motion, and when I see that you're down, I put the waves to your ocean. I'll be the first to admit, I know I have a lot of flaws, but nothing you couldn't fix. You're gorgeous, from your mind to your heart, straight to your hips. I want that never-ending ride, so baby, get with the script. We're on a different route. Show me what you're all about. Tears coming from your heart. Shorty, I can cause a drought. See, I ain't with that shit they say, and I can prove it with my mouth. And lately you've been stuck in stress, but baby, I'ma pull you out without a doubt. So give me everything, and I promise I'll put your home in the tropics. And maybe one day we'll marry. There ain't a soul that can top you. And if you fall, then I got you. Just know I'm there when you drop it. To change your world and your optics. To change your world and your optics. I go to war, I'll fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I love your smile, I love your shape, I love your pretty face. Everything about you is enough to go brighten my day. We met a year ago, this year has turned my life around. When I was at my lowest, man, I could've picked my Your blue sky.
So this is the weirdest outfit ever. I've got my cross-country stuff on and I'm on Zarzy because she hasn't done anything today because obviously she didn't run cross-country and they show jump last night. So I'm just going to give her some exercise before we pack them up and take them home so that she hasn't had a day off and not done much. So Hughie's cross-country, oh, he was awesome. He really, I mean, for a spooky little horse who's really careful, he's very, very brave. And I just cantered around on him. I didn't want to gallop around on that ground. But we had a lovely time. I think I was, 45 seconds over, something like that. But yeah, really pleasant, super honest, locks onto things. Yeah, he was really, really good. So I'm very, very pleased with him. And that's his, as I said, his first 3-star class. So I think it's a really nice tick in the box because it's quite flies. I'm flicking my head around thinking, what is this? And then we haven't seen flies forever. Yeah, that's a fantastic first effort at 3-star for him. So very excited. Anyway, Zarzy and I are just going to do some work and then we'll finish packing up and get going. Hughie gets the gold star for wearing the ice stifle boots because he's got a little, yes, you, because he's got a couple of little grazes, nothing major, but these ice stifle boots that Mum makes, most of them absolutely hate them and they buck and kick them off. And he has not moved a muscle, he doesn't even care. So I think we got, oh, just a little graze there. I know, you've got a graze, I know. But it's been such a good boy. Well done, too. Well done. Oh my God. That is amazing, isn't it? Like, he's the first horse ever to wear ice double boots and not carry on. Ooh, how many dollars? $50 for 9. Not bad. Are you filming? Yeah, okay. Hughie, $50 for 9. Didn't get a ribbon, but that's okay. I can buy a ribbon with that. Yeah, and best behaved in the ice stifle boots. Like, honestly, I have had them kick them off and gallop, bucking them off with ice flying everywhere. Just stood there, he's good. Right, Lorzy? Yeah. Truck there.